Ladies and gentlemen, here's your host, Jake the Asshole. Hey! All right. How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land? That's what they call it, you know. They call it YouTube land. That's because we're on YouTube. Yes. All right. All right. We got people lining up in the chat. I see Fusion Density. I see Faramir. I see Jonna X. I see Sam Parmley. I see Marijuana Community. I see Lloyd Marin. I see Oofmatic. Man, everybody's showing up. Everybody here. Tell your mama, tell your pa, we gonna take you back to Arkansas. All right, you guys ready? Let's get this party started. You guys ready? Everybody say, hey! You guys are supposed to say, hey! Come on now. All right, let's get this party started. I said, now, everybody say, hey, hey. Everybody say, ho, ho. Everybody say, hey, ho, hey, ho. Everybody say, hey, you're a fucking ho, hey, ho. Skibbity hoo, skip dop dip dibbity doo. Everybody in the house say ho. Everybody in the house say hey. And then everybody in the house say A. And then everyone in the house say B. Everyone in the house say C. Everyone in the house say D. Everyone in the house say E. Everyone in the house say F. Everyone in the house say G. Everyone in the house say H. Everyone in the house say, oh, not gonna do it. Not gonna do the whole alphabet, even though you think I was. Even though you think I was. No. I've been stopping on H. Everybody knows I've been stopping on H. That's what I do. I stop on H. Whoop, 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 skippy. All right. I don't want to miss super chat donation. We got Sal Rosenberg says, hey, brother. This is for the bang up job you did on the Richie from Boston imitation on the alternate video service. Pretty lame, you can't mention it here. Oh, I posted it on the Asshole channel. I have it on the Asshole channel and I have it on BitChute. So I actually do have that video clip over on the Asshole channel. So yeah, I did my Richie from Boston impression here in a live stream. I did a live Richie from Boston impression, and it was on this channel. And then I took the clip and put it over on the Asshole channel as a standalone clip. That's what happened. All right, moving on. All right, you guys know I am a beatbox champion. Wherever I go, people are like, oh, that's that beatbox guy who thinks that the earth is flat. And he's crazy. That's what they say. Everywhere I go, they're like, oh, girl, is that him? Is that the beatbox champion who thinks that the earth is flat and he's crazy? That's me. That's me. Jake, the D-O-double-G-O-G, flat earth for shizzle. My rizzle for dizzle. Is it okay for a white person to say nizzle? That's what I want to get straight. Let's get one thing straight. Is it okay for a white person to say nizzle? What if I was to walk up to a bunch of black guys and say, howdy, my nizzles? Is that okay, or is that racist? At what point does it become racist or not become racist? If you say yes, calling black people nizzles is racist. Okay, well, what if I walked in and said, hey, my chisels? Like, is that racist or just confusing? Oh, that's just confusing. So I can call a bunch of black guys my chisels, but I can't call them my nizzles? Who makes up the rules and why? That's what I want to know, is who makes up these rules which can get you canceled in today's cancel culture. You're going to get canceled. You say one wrong thing and your whole career's over. Right? Because that's the way Hollywood makes it out to be, is that like you're super famous, you're on TV, you say one accidental bad thing, whole career's over. As if TV wasn't scripted already. And so I got to look at these career fall from grace. You know, like for instance, Whoopi Goldberg is in the news right now because she said something about the hollow. She said something about the hollow. Yeah. She was talking about the hollow cauliflower, if you know what I mean. See, that's what we have to say over on this channel so that we don't get canceled. We have to talk like that so we don't get canceled. But Whoopi Goldberg, apparently, while on The View, just happened to make some colorful comments about the hollow cauliflower, and folks didn't like it, apparently. It hurt their feelings, as if the whole thing wasn't scripted. So basically, we live in the cancel culture right now. It is the pinnacle of cancel culture, where you can have your career in Hollywood set, you're a millionaire, you're on TV, the world is your oyster, and then you're just like, I'm just not a huge fan of gay people. Your career is over. It's like you can't say anything without getting cancel cultured, right? So people see that on TV and it reinforces their own personal opinions. And then people walk around wanting to cancel each other's speech because of what they saw on TV. Well, I saw it on television, so therefore I must repeat. So you have, I don't know, libtardo is the term I like to use. Women who can't handle anyone, let's say a man in this situation, saying anything that hurts their little feelings. And so what we have is a culture where it's okay to cancel folks. And one of the ways they like to cancel folks is through terms like racist, racism. So a comedian now can't even tell a funny joke that's racist, blatantly racist, without having your whole career come tumbling down. Or if you're a low-level comedian, maybe somebody in the audience just might step up and throw a bottle at your head, trying to beat you up after a show. So our language is easily being censored, obviously. That's what cancel culture is. It's censorship of language, which again is a lot like muzzling someone. It's a lot like muzzling somebody with a ritualistic face diaper. Canceling somebody's free speech, cancel culture, is a lot like muzzling somebody, and the fact that it's doing away with your right to free speech. It's canceling your right to free speech, canceling your speech. To put it a little more specifically, canceling your speech. So whenever you see a movie star or a TV host getting reprimanded for something they said, just know all that is being done. Understand? Rubber band? So when you see somebody says something, like remember back in the 90s, I think it was back in the late 90s or so, maybe early 2000s. Kramer from Seinfeld made a racist comment and had his tumble from grace. Remember? And so you can be a TV star, beloved by millions, and you say one thing, and your whole TV star career comes to an end, and you topple down the ladder. You crack your head on that ceiling of fame, and then you become some C-list, D-list celebrity overnight because you said one wrong thing, according to the media, who shows it to everyone on television. And then, of course, you have all the people at home who have their opinion of what they saw, and then they repeat what they saw on television, thus permeating this canceling culture. But we don't do that around here. No. Around here, I like to test the boundaries of what is and what is not allowed. For instance, I have a friend, or I did have a friend. He's no longer my friend, but he told me this. See if you guys can follow this logic. I had this friend, we'll call him Tommy Salami. And he said, Jake, I don't like it when you say the N-word. It's okay if you say nigga. That's okay. It's okay if you say nigga. But if you say it with the ER, dude, it's just bad. It's just wrong. It's just wrong, man. So apparently, it's okay to say nigga with an A. But if you add an ER onto it, then suddenly that's what makes it racist and unacceptable. Unless you're black, of course. Then, of course, none of the rules apply. But apparently, according to my old friend, ex-friend, you have to say nigga with an A in order to be accepted as a joke and funny. And if you just so happen to say it with an ER, well, then you're just a bad, horrible person. At what point does it come down to this? Oh, you heard me say instead of and that's gonna change your mind? Yeah, he's not racist because he said but if I heard him say then I'm gonna be mad that he's a racist. At what point does the whole thing just become a bunch of noises? Watch this. I hate fliggers. I hate all the fliggers. You can't get mad at me because I'm saying fligger. Don't assume I'm talking about black people. I'm talking about dirty, no good fliggers. You know who else I don't like? Flexicans. I hate flexicans. Flexicans are the worst. I hate the way flexicans wear their hats. What are you going to do? Tell YouTube on me that I'm racist against all the flexicans? I think they're dirty, no good flicks. All the flicky, flacky flexicans, I hate them. Every last one of them. I'm so glad that I'm not born a flexican. What are you going to do? Tell me I'm not allowed to be happy that I'm not a flexican? Is it racist that I said I don't want to be a flexican? What even is a flexican? Exactly. All right. I just made that up, flexicans. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget it. That's why I like going live, is I make up comedy on the spot. Flexican. I hate wiggers, right? Because there's no group that protects them. Like if you were to be like, dude, I hate wiggers. I seriously wiggers are stupid. Like ODDTV is a wigger. He's stupid. That guy sucks. I hate him. There's no group that's going to be like, hey, wiggers are wonderful, misunderstood people. You shouldn't say that about them. Like there's no support group for wiggers. You could just openly hate wiggers, right? And that's literally like one letter away from the N word, which is just terrible. But hating wiggers is okay, right? As long as it's hating on a white guy who pretends to be a black guy, that's fine. Just don't say the N word. Be like, I hate wiggers. I really hate wiggers. I'm going to go to Compton and tell all the people how much I hate wiggers, and they're going to love me. Right? That's acceptable. But don't you dare put an N in front of that shit. You'll be in trouble, mister. See, that's a funny thing about English language. It's like, I hate wiggers. Totally acceptable to hate wiggers. But I'm not allowed to say I hate the N words. That's bad. That'll get you banned. So it's okay to hate wiggers because they're dumb and stupid and no one likes them. But put an N in front of that, ooh, now you got problems. Because apparently people like those people. Sheesh. Yeah. Can you believe? Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg got suspended from The View. Oh man, what a terrible punishment. Poor Whoopi, suspended from The View. Now she's not going to be able to hang out with all those other terrible dinosaur creature things and spout a bunch of Libby Tardo tard muffin propaganda. Oh, it's so terrible. She's suspended from The View. Oh, no, what a terrible punishment. I may have even missed the super chat. Saul Rosenberg says, I hate. Saul Rosenberg says, I hate naggers. Naggers, in case anyone's wondering. I hate naggers. Always complaining and bothering me with the same stuff I already know. Stop reminding me, you filthy nagger. Woo! Good one, Saul. We probably got the algorithm going crazy. The algorithm's like, we don't know whether we want to terminate this guy or whether we want to promote this guy to a bunch of people. I titled this stream Super Bowl Prediction, and we have not mentioned one thing about football. You know why I did that? I did that to try and get some new viewers in here, like confuse some new people, confuse the algorithm. So I thought that if I titled it Super Bowl Prediction, and then we rambled about a bunch of shit, and then for like 5 minutes at the end talked about the Super Bowl, that somehow we could like milk the algorithm, milk them. My boy Pat Truthner's getting the algorithm stroke. They're giving him thousands of views, man. He's getting that stroke. And I'm just not getting it, man. I got my same old subs tuning in. But I'm trying to get that algorithm stroke, and a lot of people are looking up rigged NFL games right now. That's like all the rage. And so I was hoping that me titling this stream, the Super Bowl prediction stream, that we get some new folks stumbling in here like, what the hell is this? What are you guys talking about? Who are you people? What's going on? All right. So we are going to get to our rigged Super Bowl prediction. We are going to talk some rigged football. But first we're going to talk about Richie from Boston. We got any Richie from Boston fans in the house? Any Richie from Boston fans? here in the chat. Any Richie from Boston fans, of course. He's still alive. He's still alive, people. I saw Richie from Boston today, in fact, on BitChute. So he's still uploading over on BitChute. And so I actually uploaded my impression of Richie from Boston over on the Asshole channel. And it was from the stream I did a couple nights ago. And most everybody, of course, digs it. And so I went over to BitChute to see like what Richie's been up to, because I haven't actually watched Richie in a while. And so I went over to BitChute to see what he's been up to. And he was in this garage, and he was vaping, and he was like, "Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Richie from Boston." So he was blowing clouds of vape, and he's like, "Right now, I'm in Virginia, and it's really cold. We're going into February, which is the coldest month of the year." It's like, whoa, holy shit, you're in Virginia and it's cold and it's February? This is some mind-blowing stuff, Richie. Continue. And he's like, "So down below, you can get 20% off Patriot Food Supply. We're going into February. It's getting cold. Right now, I'm staying at a subscriber's house. I'm going to be selling my truck. If you want to buy my truck, you can comment down below." He's actually selling his truck, and he was asking if his subscribers wanted to buy his truck. So that was what he was doing. That's actually an updated Richie from Boston impression. That way I don't just repeat the Chinese drones thing. So if you actually go watch his latest video, or he might have uploaded another one by now, but that was basically it, was that he was staying with one of his subscribers in Virginia. It's February, it's cold, and that was about it, man. It's like, all right, thanks, Richie. And he said he was selling his truck, so I guess he's going to get a different vehicle now and drive around. Who knows? Hey, I did the van life thing for a while. Just tried it for uh, the experience, and there was some fun things about it that I really liked, driving around and waking up in different spots, and waking up one day by the ocean, waking up one day in the mountains, one day over in the in the city. You could just you know get in the back and go to sleep. But then there were times people would call the cops on me because of they thought the van was creepy. Get knocks at night, people telling me I can't park here, cops asking what I'm doing and stuff. So there were times trying to sleep in a van and drive around and travel around. Uh, it had its ups and downs. So I actually did travel around and give it a go for about a year, doing the van life thing. And it's not for everybody, but it was a fun experience for what it was. All right. Let's see. Adam, last name starts with an L. Not going to say it though. Says that shit is spot on. And there's always a bunch of laughing emojis. I notice whenever I do the Richie, I tend to get a lot of laughing emojis. All right. Corey Murphy says, good old Richie vaping his chemtrails. Oh yeah, he was vaping it up, and he's not looking so good these days. Not looking. I mean, he doesn't ever really look that good, but not looking so good, old Rich. He must be eating all that Patriot Food Supply. He needs to get off that. Start eating some raw meat. Richie, eat some raw meat. Drink some raw milk. Quit eating that Patriot Food Supply, bro.
Need to go to hit the gym like your boy Brian. Dude, somebody said to me, or somebody said in a live stream the other day, I can't remember who it was, but somebody said Brian from High Impact Flicks could be Shawn Michaels, the wrestler from the WWE. So Hall of Fame wrestler Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, could be Brian High Impact Flicks. And when somebody said that, I was like, that's funny. And then I went and I looked into it just for like 10 minutes, and it was like, dude, no way. It better not be. I don't even want to know if it is, but that's funny. If Brian from High Impact Flicks is Shawn Michaels, that's just hilarious. Oh, yeah. And then Alice Cooper might be playing the role of Joe Biden. I also made that discovery today that Alice Cooper may be one of the people playing the role of Joe Biden sometimes. Not all the time, but I think Alice Cooper may have worn Joe Biden's mask at some point. Now, don't quote me on that, but I'm need to change the bat race to my dildo. All right, guys. Who's going to win that rigged Super Bowl? I see people already talking about the Super Bowl. I see someone say, or John Connor says, Bengals will win. Year of the Tiger. I'm torn because a part of me thinks that they want to create a fan base in Los Angeles because there's not that much of a fan base. The fans are kind of blasé. People don't give a shit. And so I think they're trying to like build a fan base in Los Angeles. So a part of me thinks they'll rig it for the Rams. But every time I doubt the Bengals, they keep on winning. And so a part of me thinks that like I should just stop doubting them and just put my money on the Bengals. Now, see, I know it's rigged, but I still bet money. And so I still lose because I picked the wrong team. I'll think it's going to be rigged for one team, and then it turns out to be the other team. And so if you think that you're going to like, type in the team's name in a gematria calculator, gematria is going to tell you, oh, this is 33 and that's 36 and that's 333 and this is 666, and you're going to like figure it all out due to some gematria calculator. You're still flipping a coin. You're still guessing. And so the funny thing is I know that the Super Bowl's rigged, and I'm still guessing. I still don't know what to do with my money. And so I know anything that I bet is basically going to be a coin flip one way or the other. It's like betting on Hulk Hogan versus Macho Man, right? It's like betting on a professional wrestling match. The owners, let's say Vince McMahon, can change the outcome of the wrestling match right at the last second, just like the owners of the NFL can change the outcome of the Super Bowl at the last second. They could literally go into the Super Bowl, have them play back and forth with some scripted bullshit, and then at the last 30 seconds say, okay, fellas, it's the Bengals. And then have the Rams fall down as a receiver gets wide open, catches that winning touchdown. And so the script could be written out, but the players might not know exactly who's going to win at the last second. We can't say that for sure, but my guess is that they know. My guess is that they know, but you could theoretically script the game and have the players not know until the last second, and they could be doing scripted drives all along, and they know that they're going to be going down to this last 2-minute drive, and then let's say they get the call from upstairs, okay, we're giving it to the Bengals or LA, right? So we know it's going to be rigged. Now, even though I know it's going to be rigged, I still don't know which side to put my money on. So I still run that same risk of losing, whether I think it's real or whether I think it's rigged. RT says gematria is 100% spot on after the fact, if you know what I mean. Yeah, afterwards, you can take like any stupid thing and put it in the calculator and find something that comes out to a 33 or a 66 or a 369 or whatever, and say that, oh, this is the reason why that happened. But try and do it beforehand. Like for instance, that Zach Hubbard gematria guy, he messes up picks, but then he just like takes down the videos, or he makes up some excuse afterwards. So you can say like gematria is the reason why X team is going to win, and then when that team doesn't win, then you can be like, oh well, they rigged it for the other side. Well, yeah, obviously. Oh, your gematria failed because you just picked some random thing. Oh well, this player's birthday and this coincide when this player's mom banged this random dude, and so this player's birthday falls on the same date that George Washington's mother sat on a kumquat, so therefore Bengals. Joe Jonna X, who I was calling Johanna for a while, but it's Jonna X, says what I'd like to know is who does Rusty think is going to win the rigged game? Well, I can tell you right now, Rusty is an orange dog, and so he's picking the orange team. That's one thing I can tell you is that Rusty is orange, so he naturally is going to pick the orange team. Speaking of, come on, Rusty. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There he is. Say hi, Rusty. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. There he is. There's the pupski. Rusty, who's going to win the Super Bowl? The Bengals or the other guys? The Rams. Who's going to win, Rusty? Hmm? Oh, he says the Bengals are going to win because they're orange. Look at this cute dog. Look at this furry, cute ass dog. Ugh. I got the cutest damn dog. That's how I ended up with him, is because he's so damn cute. Cutest damn dog. Mm-hmm. All right. So we're gonna change topics here. We're gonna use Rusty to switch topics here for a minute. Oh, got a donation coming in for Rusty, it looks like. Larry Silverstein's insurance policy. I like that name. Larry Silverstein's insurance policy. With a donation says for Mr. Rusty's food fund. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that. We actually, after the last stream that we did, Jonna and several others donated to Rusty and our food fund, and we actually went shopping and stocked up on a bunch of meat. And so I have tons of meat here in my fridge, and been cooking meat in all sorts of ways. eat a New York steak raw because I like raw meat, but I also like the taste of barbecue. So I have a London broil that I'm gonna barbecue. I have it marinating, and I also made some stew because I like the taste of cooked down meat and potatoes. Sometimes it's just tasty. So I eat raw meat and I eat cooked meat, and I have a whole bunch of meat that I bought from the last stream. So I appreciate the food fund. Me and Rusty are eating well and feeling good in the neighborhood. And Paul Hollowquat with a donation in a jumping up and down sticker emoji. Thank you very much for that, Paul Hollowquat. I like that last name, Hollowquat. Oh, it's Hollow Cat. I said it wrong. I said quat, and it's cat. Paul Hollowcat. Man, change it to quat. Paul Hollowquat. Hollow twat. Paul Hollowquat got a hollow twat. That's just what he's got. All right, just so what was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, we're going to change subjects here. We're going to go in a different subject because I just wanted to test this out and see what people say. Do you guys remember back in the old days? We'll call it the old days, like 20 years ago or so. You would actually like say movie catchphrases. See, people don't do that really anymore. But remember, we used to walk around and say movie catchphrases. I remember when I was a kid and a teenager, and even adults did it. If you saw a good movie, you would walk around and say that catchphrase from that movie. And then like whenever like one of your friends would do something, you would insult them the same way you saw somebody insult somebody on a movie. And so for instance, I remember when I was a teenager, after I saw the movie Happy Gilmore, then I'd go to school and then I started like insulting people the same way Happy Gilmore would have, like, ah, ha, 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 shut up. Oh, ha, 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 shut up. Oh, that's great. Why don't I just go eat some hay? I can lay by the bay, make stuff out of clay. You know, I just may. Shut up. So I used to like repeat movie catchphrases. And then I remember even before that, when I was even younger, after I saw Wayne's World, it's like then every time I saw a cute girl, I'd be like, swing, swing. Oh, there's a cute girl. Swing, 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 swing. Remember that? We used to like do catchphrases. People don't really do that anymore. You know what it is because movies aren't that good anymore to make people want to say catchphrases. And everyone can just watch whatever they want whenever they want on YouTube. So you don't see people walking around doing catchphrases anymore. But we used to. People used to walk around after you saw a movie and then you would say the shit that you saw in the movie. And that was considered your own humor back then. Do you guys remember that? And another thing, if you go look up old home movies, a lot of people are embarrassed to be on camera. People don't want to be on camera. Whereas nowadays, everyone wants to be on camera. So I saw some old home movies from the 90s and the 80s. And I saw this party where somebody had a big ass video camera, like one of those 80s cameras where you put like the VHS cassette tape in the camera and then you pull the VHS cassette tape out of the video camera. And so this person was in a party with one of those cameras back in the 80s. And people were like, oh, dude, don't tape me. Put that thing away. And so people didn't want to be on camera. And then the people who were goof-offs, they don't know what to do because they're not used to being on camera. So they're just like, woo, check me out. I'm on camera. Woo, yeah. And they would just act like retards. And so people back in the day usually had two reactions. They would be like, don't film me. Or they would be like, hey, look at me. I'm on a camera. And they would just start acting retarded. And so I remember I was one of those people that would just start acting like a goof whenever somebody whipped out a camera. I was like, "Oh my god, a camera! This is when I get to act crazy like a clown." And other people used to run from the camera. No. So now I notice everyone likes the camera. Pretty much everybody likes the camera now. And so you have, for instance, TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, YouTube. Everyone's a star. Everyone's on camera. Everyone's a star. Everyone's on TV. We're all watching each other on TV now. Got a donation from Shada Seb. Shada Seb says, Jake, look up the C word situation in country named Georgia. People protested so much the C word pass system was canceled by the government. Yeah, if people push back, they retreat. That's how that works. If you don't fight back, if you don't protest, if you don't do anything, then they consider that consent. So when people do step up and protest and make a fuss, they back off. Yeah. But I will check that out. I haven't heard specifically about Georgia, the country, having that happen, but I could check that out. Thanks for the donation. Thanks for bringing that to our attention. Interesting news. We don't get much news about Georgia, the country. Here in America, all we hear about is Georgia, the state. And so I don't ever hear much about Georgia, the country. You could tell me that Ronald McDonald is the president of Georgia, the country, and I wouldn't know any better. So that's more news than I've ever heard about Georgia, the country. Thank you very much, Shada Seb. All right. Jenna Lovecraft Reeves says, "You so funny. Thank you, girl. You know I try." Oh my God. That reminds me of this situation that I got into in an elevator. Check this out. I got in, I was seeing this elevator door close and I wanted to get in. And so I was leaving a casino and there was a bunch of people who were leaving. And so this elevator it had a fair amount of people in on it and the doors were closing. And so I quickly put my hand in there and opened it back up. And then I got in and this black lady in the corner goes, "Nah, there's too many of us. It, And I was like, what? And then the doors close and she goes, "There's COVID. There's COVID." And she's, of course, muzzled. And so there's like probably 7 people in this small elevator. And she just went to a casino where there's hundreds of people walking around in close quarters. And she's going to bitch at me for stepping on the elevator. And it's like she wanted to choose this guy, and I'm not the guy you choose in that situation. So of course I said, "Oh, you went to a casino with hundreds of people and you got on an elevator and you're packed in here tight with a bunch of people and you think that me, one more guy, is the reason that you're going to die now, right?" And then, of course, there's other people on the elevator that are like, "Oh my God, how dare him pick on this poor lady." So then I see other people in the elevator snickering and stuff, but they're all a bunch of wussies, so nobody sticks up for her. And so then it's like I'm the bad guy because I got on an elevator. Because all the people on the elevator who aren't me think that there's a boogeyman disease that's going to kill them. So when I step on that elevator, then they all get to act like, "Oh no, it's too packed. You're not allowed to come on here." So now on elevators, once you get past like 5, 6 people, everyone inside starts making noises and acting like you're going to kill them if you step on. So that's a new thing with elevator etiquette now is if there's any more than 4 or 5 people, then everyone on there who believes in the boogeyman starts making noises and going, "Oh my God, no, that's enough. No, we can't take any more." Ugh. They're gonna try and shun you from getting on the. Have any of you guys experienced this? Like, no, only 4 on an elevator. If there's 5, we'll die. I remember it was like a few elevators I rode that said like 4 maximum, and I would just get on anyway, and people would look at me like, a 5th person on the elevator? How dare you, sir? Yes, because the C word can count. It knows that if there's 5 people in the elevator, that it can get you. But if there's only 4, it's much harder. Ooh, yeah. P. Blaine says, Jake, just take the jab like Trump. It's great. It's safe. Trump said so. Warp speed for the win, Jake. Hey, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right now. You are the most wonderful country in the history of this country. Let me tell you what. We have wonderful firefighters and policemen in this country. We have the world's best medical workers. God bless them all. You know, I took it. I think you should take it. If anything was to go wrong, I'd be the first to tell you. And so I'm here to tell you that I took it, and I wouldn't ask you to do anything that I didn't do myself. It's all with Trump. It's all here. You got it, and then the face. So the face will pretty much like get you where you're going. You got to, and then he's got that cadence. He's got this kind of slower cadence to when he's speaking. He doesn't try and speak too fast like a used car salesman. He tries to like convince you with his cadence. Let me tell you something. See, he likes to do that "let me tell you something" line. That comes from the wrestling industry. A lot of famous wrestlers be like, "Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. Well, let me tell you something. The Macho Man is gonna tell you something." Right? And Hulk Hogan, "Let me tell you something, brother. Because, brother, if I'm gonna tell you something, then I need to announce that I'm gonna tell you something." So Trump's one of those like "let me tell you something" guys. That's like a certain breed of dude. Hey, 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 hey. Let me tell you something. China. China? China. We're not talking Japan here. We're talking China. Okay? They're gonna pay. Who's gonna pay? China's gonna pay. When are they gonna pay? Now. Who? China. When? Now. Who's gonna pay? China's gonna pay. Who's gonna pay? China's gonna pay. When they're gonna pay? Now. When they're gonna pay? Now. Everybody in the house say ho. Everybody in the house say ho. Everybody in the house say 1, 2, 3, shake your dairy, yeah. Everybody in the house, throw your hands in the air. Let me tell you something. If you don't throw let me tell you something. If you don't throw your hands in the air and shake your derriere, then China is going to have a real problem.
I was in the middle of making China pay for everything, but then you guys voted for Joe. If you guys wouldn't have voted for Joe, I was gonna make China pay for everything. The wall down south, China was really gonna pay for it. I said I was gonna make Mexico pay for it. No, China. China's gonna pay for the wall. So, this next election, you know what to do. If you want China to pay right now, we're going to take the next election. Trump, 2025, 4, 6, whatever year it's going to be. When's that next election? Goofmatic says, Jake, you got a Biden impression. Well, the thing is, they have multiple actors playing his role, and so his personality has been diminished to the point of a scripted, bumbling bunch of actors pretending to be an old man. And so it seems to me that one week you can have Alice Cooper playing the role, then the next week you could have Jim Carrey playing the role, then the next week you could have Obama wearing his mask. And if you fumble the lines, people just say, oh, he's old and senile, right? So I feel like you could have 10, 20 different actors play the part of Joe Biden if indeed there is a lifelike realistic mask that they're all passing around, which I can't say for sure, but that's kind of what I think, is that there's a lifelike realistic mask that they're all passing around. What else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah. So we were talking about football earlier. We're going to get to our rigged NFL prediction at the end here. And so I'm going to do a prediction at the very end of the stream. So stick around. And also, if you guys are enjoying this content and you want to donate directly to me, you can find my PayPal link down below in the description. Or if you want to buy any of my awesome merch, Lunar Module or a Homeless Tweaker Shelter shirt, No Mask, No Fear shirt, all my designs, you can find the links down below. All right. So do you guys remember the Monday Night Football song when it was performed by Hank Williams Jr.? Do you guys remember? Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party. Yeah, we about to get this place started. You better get ready. You better hold tight, because Monday night football's coming on tonight. You guys remember that? So Hank Williams Jr. used to sing the Monday Night Football song, and then he got canceled because he said something about Obama that was negative. So he said that Obama's a bad guy and he doesn't like Obama. And he said that on TV, and they were like, what? You don't like President Obama? He's like, no, I don't like Obama. He sucks, or whatever he said. He said something about Obama, and then they were like, you're canceled. So they removed the Monday Night Football guy in his song, and they canceled him. And it got me to thinking, okay, is this a scripted canceling? Follow me now. So it's a scripted canceling of the Monday Night Football man. And why would they cancel the Monday Night Football man, Hank Williams, make him out to be a racist, make him out to be an old dumb hillbilly, and cancel him? Why would they do that? Oh, maybe because him and his song are a little too white for the product that they want to sell. So maybe the NFL doesn't want to be associated with an old country white guy singing, "Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party?" No, they wanted to go in a different direction. They want to have Jessica Simpson or some twat shaker butt tit or whoever. Remember, they got some like chick there, like one of those like American Idol women to show up and sing it. Ugh. So basically, it's like the NFL canceled Hank Williams Jr., and it almost seemed like the whole thing is set up. Like, we're going to cancel the country white man out of the sport, and we're going to go in a new direction. We're going to go after women and make the sport a lot more feminine. And so it was like they killed off the white culture from the NFL in a way, if that makes sense. All right. Caesar Beltran says Obama canceled Hank. Yes, but I think the whole thing was scripted. I think that was like the beginnings of cancel culture. So I think that they purposely have Hank, who's in the club, and they purposely have him fall down the ladder and step down. It's like the humiliation ritual. There are certain points where celebrities do some weird shit that doesn't make sense, and then they fall down the ladder. And then 5-10 years later, they climb back up the ladder, and then everyone forgives them and they're famous again. For instance, you have like Louis C.K., he gets caught jerking it, let's say, and then falls down the ladder of fame in Hollywood, right? But eventually, after 10-20 years, if he just keeps doing his comedy shit, eventually people are going to forget and it'll be water under the bridge, just like with Pee Wee Herman. Remember, Pee Wee Herman was super famous. He gets caught jerking it, we'll say, and then his career tanks for a while. But then, years later, then he's back to being famous and all is forgiven and forgotten. So in Hollywood, they can basically have somebody who's super famous at the top of their game. They do one little thing wrong, and then they fall down this ladder. But then 5-10 years later, they work their way back up and they're super famous again. And people forget about that thing that they did. Or when they talk about it, it doesn't bother them anymore. Right? So it's kind of a scripted deal, I feel. I don't feel like it's completely natural. So now when I see a celebrity do or say something that ruins or cancels their career, for instance, Whoopi Goldberg, it makes me wonder if the whole thing is set up and planned to begin with, and that they're purposely saying this thing, purposely getting canceled, so that we permeate this cancel culture, put cancel culture in people's minds, put it into people's minds that it's okay to censor one's speech. It's okay to be outraged by the things that people say and think and not allow them to speak their mind. And it's okay to kick people out of the workplace, fire somebody if they say the wrong thing. So I think that's what cancel culture does to people, is it makes them think that saying something that hurts anyone's feelings is wrong and bad. So if anything you say hurts anyone's feelings and goes against popular opinion, especially, if you go against popular opinion and you hurt anyone's feelings, then you're not allowed to say it. And so at what point is the words that we're saying just a bunch of noise? Like earlier I was saying, what if I say I hate fliggers. Am I allowed to say I hate fliggers? What are fliggers? And what if I was going to say I hate flexicans? Well, what is a flexican? You're left assuming I'm talking about Mexican, but no, I'm a flexican. Well, what is a flexican? Oh, that's for me to know and you to find out. See how that works? So it all becomes just letters and words and noises. So somebody's like, oh, well, that's fine. You can say that. But if you're like, I love being white and I have white pride because white's the best, then people start getting all bent out of shape. But you're allowed to say, that's fine. So it just comes down to what sounds you make with your mouth and how people interpret those sounds. So if you walk around just going, then people are just like, that guy's crazy. I don't interpret any of those sounds as speech, so screw that guy. But if you're like, I love being white, it's the best, it's way better than being black and brown and Asian, then they're like, that guy's racist. I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point. I think I was going to try and make a point out of that, but I totally forgot where I was even going with it. I'm just going to abandon that statement. I was going to try to make some sort of connection about how all speech is just noise, but I had trouble relaying it to you guys. All right, Jonna X with another donation says, what song would you sing if you were to perform at Super Bowl halftime? Wow, that's a good question that I wasn't prepared to answer. Wow, what song would I sing at the Super Bowl halftime show? I don't know. That's a good question. And man, I wish I had an answer, but I don't. I know so many songs. I know songs from the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s and 2000s. Man, I have a huge catalog, but one of my Achilles heel is picking a song. So whenever I go to sing karaoke, I always go, oh, I don't know what to sing. What should I sing? And I know like 1,000 songs, like thousands of songs. And I struggle picking a song when I just go sing karaoke at a random bar. So you're asking what I would sing at the Super Bowl during a halftime show. And I'm telling you, I struggle picking out a song at a karaoke bar down the street. A better question, Jonna X, would be, what song would you like to hear me sing at the Super Bowl halftime show? That's a better question. We got some other requests. People say, let's see. Dustin Thomas says, Because I Got High. That's a classic, Because I Got High. I like how with that song, you can pretty much make up your own words really easily and then add, but I got high to it, like I was going to walk the dog, but then I got high. I was going to eat a frog, but then I got high. I was going to turn into a pollywog, and I know why. Because I got high. You just make up any damn thing. Like, I was going to spank an Indian, but then I got high. I was going to lick some, but then I got high. Whatever it is that you were going to do, you just say that you got high, and that's the reason why you didn't do it. Of course. All right. Somebody requested the national anthem. Yoey Poetry says the national anthem. When I was a little kid, the I didn't really know the words, so I would just kind of like make up my own words that sounded like what they were saying. Because the song is kind of a weird song. It's like it was written so long ago that when you hear it as a kid, like we were taught the national anthem and what else were we taught each day at school? The Pledge of Allegiance. So I remember in kindergarten, we were taught the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem, and both of them seemed really weird to me. Never could quite figure it out. But I remember in kindergarten, in public school, being stuck in front of this flag. The teacher would put us in front of the flag, and we were told to put our right hand over our heart. So this was something that the teacher did to us when we were little children, and we didn't have a choice. We all had to do it. So we would stand in front of the American flag and put our right hand over our heart, and we would say, "I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all." Right? And then when we learned the national anthem, I remember being a kid and it was like, "Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?" And I was like, "Dawn's early? Who's dawn's early?" By the dawn's early light. Dawn's early. Good old dawn's early. All right. Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? What, when you're a kid, you're like, what the hell does any of that even mean? And the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. I mean, what child is able to even like conjure even an image? Like, if you're a child and someone's like, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, a child's going to be like, what? Is that even English? Ramparts? Gallantly streaming? Okay, teacher. So I remember being 5, 6 years old, learning these songs with these words and not even being able to picture in my head what the flying fart they were even talking about. And so I remember being a kid, 5 years old, and just being just confused all the time. Like they were like the presidents are in a race against each other. So in my head, I picture presidents were racing. Did you guys think that presidents were actually in a running race? So in my head, I would picture George Washington and Abraham Lincoln running around, and they were having a big long race. And it was like, well, how long is the race? Oh, it's like 4 year long ass race. Not 4 years, but it's like a long race they're having. It's like weird. So I thought that the presidents were actually racing each other when I was like 5. So yeah, that's weird. Why do we have to vote if they're racing? So anyway, it was confusing at the time to line up in front of the flag because it's like, why? Why do we have to do this? Like, but see, at the time, I didn't have the balls or the guts or the wherewithal to be like, you know what, teacher? I'm not going to put my hand over my heart and salute the flag. It was like back then, it was like you'd get kicked out of school and banned and hit with a crowbar and slapped across a face with like a ruler and the principal's penis if you didn't do the Pledge of Allegiance in the morning. That was like back in the day where a teacher could bend you over and smack you with a ruler on your knuckles, and then your knuckles would bleed, and then you'd go home and be like, "Ah, the teacher abused me," and your mom would be like, "Good. Now get in your room and do your homework, you little prick." You know, the good old days. uh, You guys ever hear like an old story from like your great grandma or your grandma, and they would tell stories about back when they were in school, and you'd be like, I don't want to hear it. Stop it. I don't want to hear how more terrible it was. Yes, it was like worse in prison. Seriously, being in like a school in the 1950s or earlier apparently is like worse than being in prison now. So if you go to prison now, like right now in 2022, apparently it's better than going to public school in the 50s. If you went to public school in the 50s and you like showed up on time looking good, but you like looked at the teacher cross-eyed, he'd just like take out a ruler and just smack you with it relentlessly until you like damn near died. And then they'd call your father to come pick you up, and he'd be like, what? I have to come pick you up? I'm going to rip your asshole apart. And then your dad would beat your ass until you were black and blue. And this was considered like a normal upbringing at the time. And your dad was like, what did you do? And it was like, I looked at the teacher. You what? Get in your room. I'm going to whip you with a belt. So back then it was okay to just like whip your kid with a belt because he looked at the teacher. It's like if you looked at the teacher and you were like, I don't know about that. Oh my God. It was like you're going to get smacked with a ruler and whooped with a belt. And so your grandparents will be like, back in the good old days, I used to get bent over my teacher's desk, and he used to rape me and hit me with a belt back in the good old days. That's why I turned out so wonderful, Jimmy. My name is Jacob. Shut up, Jimmy, or I'll hit you with a belt. Okay, Grandma. No, my grandma didn't talk like that. My grandma was a sweet lady. That was just a character I made up for the sake of a joke. All right. Oh, good news. Over on my parody channel, my Spirage Gotis Gatis channel, I was in a copyright war with the actual Gotis, with the actual Spirage, the guy who I'm making fun of. He copyright struck several of my videos. And so I filed counter-strike notification paperwork. It wasn't actual paper, but I filled out the forms here online, and it took about 2 weeks, and my videos are now back up, reinstated. So I wrote YouTube and told them that my videos are parody videos, and I am a comedian, and my work is fair use. And I've transformed the videos and added my own commentary and music. And so he had 2 weeks to prove that he was going to take me to court. And of course, he did not do that. And so all my videos making fun of Spirage, Svedia, Gatis are back up where they belong. I also am having a similar dispute, a copyright dispute with somebody on the Jake Gibbs or the Jake the Asshole channel, my main channel. Some random dude copyright struck one of my NFL vids as it was going viral. So I had a video going viral on the Jake the Asshole channel. Within one day, it was up to 20,000 views, and it was looking like it could go. And NFL content is hot right now. And so some random dude struck down my video. And so now I'm going through the same process, having to fill out the form, wait the 2 weeks. The problem becomes is once the video goes back up, you miss that 2 weeks of people viewing the video, which kills the views. And so I had a video that was going viral. Some random dude claims it. And so by the time 2 weeks goes by and the video comes back up, now it's dead. Now the views are cut off. So good news is I'm beating these strikes, but bad news is they limit the views. They basically take your video and have it for 2 weeks, not get jack shit. And so by the time it does go back up, it's like an afterthought. And so that's a way they attack truth channels like mine, is if you have a video that starts to go viral, they can just whack the video. And even if you get it to come back up, even if you beat the strike, by the time it goes back up, it's too late. It's an afterthought. The algorithm basically shadow bans it. Someone's asking what the parody channel is called. It's called, here, I'll type it in chat.
It's called Spherage Gotis Gatis. Here, I'll leave a link. So I have a parody channel where I make fun of this one guy, and I have an entire fan base over on that channel that's different than the one I have over here. And it's all based around making fun of this one dude who's like a e-begging scammer. Um, Here's the link right here. Let me copy and paste it for the chat. All right. There. So if you want to check out my parody channel, again, it's a parody channel where I make fun of this one guy. I used to be a fan of his, and I used to sub his channel, and then he turned into a e-begging scammer, and he lied to all his subs many times, scammed his subs for thousands and thousands of dollars. And so now I have a channel where I make fun of him and bust his balls, and it's started this community of people who all are coming together to make fun of this this one dude who deserves it. And it's actually turning into like one of the funniest things I've ever done. So I have this entire community now rallying behind me where I bust this one guy's balls. And so basically he sounds like this. Hey, yo, what's up, guys? Recently, my ex-girlfriend Luna, she touched my baby. And so if you guys send me some money, I can maybe get my baby back. But I'm going to need like several thousand euros in order to see my baby. Luna is a demon, and the demon, she's touching my baby in the no-no zone. And so, in order for me to stop the demon from touching my baby's no-no, is if you send me your fucking money. If you don't send me your fucking money, then you are a mentally ill slave. So that's how he talks. And so I do this impression of him. And sometimes I dress up like him and go out and pretend to be him. And then other times I actually take his videos and then just do an audio overlay. And so I basically rotate between pretending to be him in videos, or I just do this audio and have him actually talking. And he copyright struck several of the videos where I used his video clips. And so I recently beat his copyright strikes, and so all the videos are back up now. And so again, the video is called, or channel's called Spherage Gotis Gatis, and I'm going to put the link in the chat one more time. And I'll spell it one more time. Spherage with a 3, Gotis Gatis. All right. Turner TV 21 says, I found this channel from the Parody Spherage channel. Yeah, see, the Spheria channel, I started when he actually told us all to go sub to Catherine's channel. And then I found out that he started the Catherine's channel and that he was lying to us. And so he was lying to us subs and deceiving us. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to make a parody channel and give this guy a taste of his own medicine. So I started the parody channel just as a joke. And then it started to get subs, hundreds of subs. And then the videos started to get thousands of views. And now people are like diehard fans of the parody channel. And they don't even know that I'm Jake the Asshole, like that I'm a professional YouTuber and that I'm a pro comedian. And so a lot of the people who follow that channel don't even know that I'm Jake the Asshole, Jake Gibson. And so Jake the Asshole is my main channel. And then this channel, Jake Gibson, is the backup channel to Jake the Asshole. So Jake the Asshole channel started in 2016. And then I started this channel like a year later or so as a backup channel, just in case anything happens to the Asshole channel, or if the Asshole channel gets a strike and I can't post over there for a week or two, then we retreat over here to the backup channel. So the third channel, the parody channel that I started, is now starting to pick up steam and get subs, and it's got this entirely different fan base. So it's hilarious now that I have like a fan base from making fun of a dude, and now they're wandering over here discovering my content for the first time. Jen Fear says you need to add your links. I did. The link, I just posted the link right there in the chat to the parody channel. And then in the description, you can find the link to my main channel, the Asshole channel, in the description down below over here. You can find the link to my merch. Yeah. So you can find the link to the Asshole channel down below. And I just posted the Gotis Gatis Svedia parody channel right there in the chat. So you have nothing that you basically don't have anything. You get what I'm saying. I was about to say you got nothing to bitch about, and then I was going to try and say it a nicer way than that because I didn't want to come off like a prick. You found it. All right, Jen. Glad you found it. Mountaineer, I know what she means. She found it. We straightened it out, bro. Now, a lot of you guys, when you show up over there, if you don't know who Spherage is, if you don't know who Gatis is, you're going to be confused when you get there. You're not going to understand the character that I'm playing, but you might enjoy it anyway. Some people don't even understand who the character is that I'm playing, but they like the videos anyway. So, Jake the Asshole fans who are stumbling over there, they're like, who is this guy? Why are you making fun of this guy? So the guy that I used to follow, he was a raw meat eater, or he still is a raw meat eater. But then he started scamming his subs and coming up with reasons to beg his subs for money, and just totally turned into an e-beggar. And he would like deceive us and scam us. And I was one of his subscribers. And so it got to the point where he was like telling us to like go sub his wife's channel, and then it turns out his wife like left him, and it's him pretending to be her and run the channel. And he was just doing some really shady shit. And he like said he's going to quit, and he's not going to do videos anymore unless people donate. So he would like basically e-beg so much to where people were getting sick of his shit. And so I thought, all right, I'll start this parody channel and give him a taste of his own medicine. And now the parody channel has a diehard fan base, and it grows every day. So it's funny how a little joke that I started actually now has a fan base. And people beg me to not stop. They're like, don't stop making these videos. We love the parody videos. Riseable Reality says, I joined late. Who's winning the Super Bowl? You're in luck. I haven't given away my prediction. I haven't given it away yet. But since you mentioned it.
All right, y'all. We all know that the Super Bowl is rigged. It's going to be rigged. You're going to see some stuff go down that if you know you're looking at rigged football, it's going to be completely obvious. But to everyone else in the room who thinks football is real, they're not going to see it. They're not going to notice. They're going to be going, ooh, oh, he should have caught that. Why'd he drop that? Why'd he fumble? That guy sucks. That guy's awesome. Yay, ooh, that. Meanwhile, you don't have to say any of that bull crap. You can sit there and smile and know that it's basically like watching a professional wrestling match. The outcome is predetermined, it's rigged. And so we have to think, who are they going to rig it for? Are they going to rig it for the Rams? Are they going to rig it for the Bengals? Who's it going to be? Now, there's a part of me that thinks that the NFL wants to build a fan base in Los Angeles because Los Angeles doesn't care about football that much. People don't love the Rams that much. Basically, the Rams left Los Angeles, went to St. Louis, left St. Louis, and came back to Los Angeles. And it wasn't like there's a bunch of people in Los Angeles like waiting there to be Rams fans. And so I think they're trying to build some Rams fans. And so I could see them having the Rams win it to get some people to become bandwagon Rams fans. So whoever wins the Super Bowl, you always get a bunch of bandwagon fans to follow that team. So I could see the NFL trying to make Matthew Stafford into a star quarterback, LA hotshot Super Bowl winner. So that makes sense. However, every time I have counted the Bengals out, they've won. And so a part of me thinks I need to just go the opposite way and go with the Bengals because each time I say that the Bengals are going to lose, they've won. So I thought the Bengals were going to lose way back in the wild card game. So I had picked the Bengals to lose each damn time, and then they keep winning. So there's a part of me that says, screw what I think, just go with the Bengals. But then if LA wins, then I'm going to be mad that I didn't go with my original thought that LA was going to win. And so I find myself literally with a 50-50 coin flip, not knowing which team to pick. Here's the deal. If they were playing real football, I think Los Angeles has a better football team. But they're not playing real football. They're playing scripted football. And so the X's and O's, the coaches, the players, they don't actually matter as much as you might think they do. Because they're professional wrestlers, basically. They're actors. They're going to play a scripted football game. And so if you say, oh, well, this team's got an injured player, and this team's got a player that tested positive for the boogeyman, and this player, oh, he's coming back and he's going to be healthy. So none of that matters. Throw all that junk out the window. Who's going to win the rigged game? Who are they going to rig it for? And so then you have to look at where the money's coming in. Who's gonna make the most money with Vegas? And so, oh God, this is a hard one. This is a hard one. If it was real football, I would pick the Rams and say that the Rams were a better football team and that the Rams should win. And because they have an experienced veteran quarterback, while the Bengals quarterback is a young guy and hasn't ever played in a big game like this, and the moment will be too big for him. I would say that if it was real, but it's not real football. And the Bengals have 2 Super Bowl losses already. And so maybe, just maybe, the NFL rewards Cincinnati with a Super Bowl trophy and tries to create the next Tom Brady and Joe Burrow. And so, because the Bengals have won each time I've picked against them, I'm going to pick the Bengals to win their first ever Super Bowl. and beat the Rams. And the score, I'm going to say, I'm going to say Bengals 33. Rams 30. Bengals 33, Rams 30. There you go. And see, here's the deal. How confident am I in my pick? Not confident at all. Not confident. Am I going to do any sort of gematria and blow a bunch of smoke up your ass? No, I am not. I am totally not confident with that pick. The most I'll wager is maybe $50. And see, here's the thing. I'll wager $50 just so I can have something writing on the contest so that it means something. So if I get it right, I'm like, whoopee, Goldberg. And if I get it wrong, I'm like, gosh darn it. That's it. And that's what happens. And see, the same thing occurs whether I believe it's a real football game or whether I don't. It turns into a coin flip and I don't know who to pick. So whether I believe football's real or whether I don't, it always just comes down to a damn coin flip. So I guess if I believed football was real, I would be picking the Rams. But since I believe it's all rigged, and the Bengals have lost a couple Super Bowls in the past, that maybe they'll give them the ring this year. I don't know. So yeah, just gonna throw it out there. Bengals 33, Rams 30. There you go. And see, I only picked 33 because I knew you guys would be like, ooh, Masonic. And then the Bengals wear orange, which is a Masonic color. So just going to go with that. Why not? Saul Rosenberg says, football is the greatest. Who doesn't love a bunch of sweaty men in tight pants bending over, wrestling over a leather ball, slapping each other's asses? So manly. Am I right? Go Unicorns. Good one, Saul. And Jen with a donation. I don't want to miss it. Jen with a donation says, love you. Oh, thanks very much. I love you too. I love each and every one of you, even all you dirty, nasty shills out there who love to hate me. I love you too. I love everyone. I love everyone to infinity. I hope that sounded sincere. Wink. All right. Okay, so with that said, don't go betting your life savings on the Bengals just because I picked them to win. All right? I'm only picking the Bengals because each time I've picked against them, I was wrong. And so this time I want to pick with them and be wrong with them. Jen No Fear says, how many strains boosters do you predict for 2022? I could see him doing 1 to 2 more. Here, what 1 to 2 more sounds like the safe number. Anything more than too many, even for them. And so I could see 1 to 2 more being talked about. A 5th shot, that sounds doable.
Saul Rosenberg says, are you ready for some bread and circus bowl? That's what they should call it, the bread and circus bowl. I mean, are you ready? I said, are you ready? Are you ready for the bread and circus bowl? It's gonna be a party. It's gonna be rigged from start to finish. Let's get it started. So get your grandma ready. Your sister gonna hold tight because we're gonna have a rigged ass stupid crappy Super Bowl tonight. All right. You know what? If I was going to have anyone perform at the Super Bowl halftime show, I'd have REO Speedwagon perform. Somebody asked me earlier if I could perform at the Super Bowl. You know what I would sing? I would sing REO Speedwagon. I'm going to keep on fucking you. That's what I would sing. It goes like this. I'm gonna keep on fucking you because you're the only bitch I wanna screw. I just did some tweak. I just wanna keep on fucking you. And I'm gonna keep on fucking you. Because you're the only bitch I wanna screw. Well, I just did some tweak. I just wanna keep on fucking you. All right. Carl Beltran says, Illuminati Jesuits Bowl tonight. Who's getting sacrificed? I don't know, man. I hope it's not me. I want to be the sole survivor. Oh, the laughing emojis are coming in. For the people who are like watching the stream on a little bit of a delay, all the laughing emojis are coming in from my performance of the REO Speedwagon song there. It's my own special version. So you guys know, I am actually a beatboxing champion. I've won several different events with my unique beatboxing style. Do you guys know that they have beatboxing championships? They do. They have beatboxing events, and people come from miles around to compete in different beatboxing events. And when I show up, they're like, oh, holy shit, there goes Jake the Asshole. That guy right there is like the greatest beatboxer of all time. So it's like when I walk by, people like, they bug out, like, because I'm like one of the best beatboxers ever known. And so oftentimes people in chat are like, hey, Jake, will you do some of your awesome, really cool beatboxing? And I'm like, shit, y'all, I don't know, man. I'm a pro. And it's like, I only usually perform at like beatboxing championships, you know, but like maybe if you're lucky, I might just drop a little something here for y'all. But, you know, a beatbox professional like myself, I usually don't perform on random live shows. I usually save it for the beatbox championships, you know, over in the Bronx. And,
and Watts and Rook's Island and the Hood, you know. So I usually save my best stuff for when I'm in the Beatbox Championships, but I might, because I'm feeling fresh and funky tonight, I might just lay a little something something on y'all. But I'm gonna need y'all to hit the thumbs up. I want to see 100 thumbs up if possible. 100 thumbs up, and I'm gonna lay down some of my unique beatbox flow. All right, I see 81 thumbs up. Come on, guys, smash the thumbs up if you're feeling it, and I will do some of my beatbox for you. But if we can't get it to 100, then I guess y'all just don't deserve my beatboxing skills. And I might just have to shut it down and save my beatboxing for my crew uptown. Jonna X with a donation says, play us one of your beatbox tunes. We're getting there. I need to see 100 thumbs up, Jonna X. But I appreciate your donation, and I'm pretty sure we're going to make this happen because right now we have 89 thumbs up. Come on, y'all. I know that there's some of y'all who have sock accounts, and you can open up a sock account and click that thumbs up and give me another thumbs up. We're going to get there. 100 thumbs up. Come on. I see 92. Come on. Do you guys want to see the beatboxing champion of the world or not? 92. Are we going to, is that it? Have we topped out? 93. We're almost there. 103 people watching and 93 thumbs up. It's pretty good. All right. 94. You know what? Since Jonna X threw down a donation and we're so close to our goal, guess what? I'm going to break out that beatbox just for you, y'all. Are you ready? Here we go. Wicked, wicked. Wicked, wicked. Wicked, wicked, flicky, flicky, flacky, flacky, wicked, wicked, boo, boo, slap, slicky, a wicked, wicked, boo, a slap, a slicky, a wicked, wicked, boo, a slap, a slicky, a wicked, wicked, boo, a slip in the bubble, slip in the bubble, hey, 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 lick a dick, lick a ding ding dong, lick a dick, lick a ding ding dong, lick a ding, lick a ding ding dong.
skibbity ba, skibbity boo, skibbity ba, skibbity skibbity. All right. Whew. There you go. That's how I won the last championship in the West Bronx. Last time I showed up to the beatboxing championship, I did that little number right there, and everybody was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yep, I know." Okay, Javid Ben Cosme. Javid Ben Cosme says, just finished watching, and then he put a link to a video, so I don't even know the name of it. They mention you a few times. Anybody tell you you look like a young Robert De Niro? Yes, I know I look like young Robert De Niro. I've heard that 500 million billion times. And I don't know what video that you just posted, because you just posted a link, so I have no idea who you're talking about or what that video is, and I'm not going to click on it and switch away from the stream while I'm streaming. So, yes, I know I look like a young Robert De Niro. Thank you for the donation, but I don't know what video that is that you just posted. Whew. Saul Rosenberg says, there once was a girl named Jaren's wife. I told her no teeth cut me like a knife. I almost didn't make it back with my life. And all the baby truthers just give me strife. Ooh, Saul. Stepping up your game, Saul. That's why I gave you a wrench, bros, because you drop hardcore truth like that. Some of you guys are still like getting your mind blown from that epic beatbox session. So there are some of you guys that are on like a minute or two delay, and you're just now catching that beatbox session like, what? Yeah, I know. Whew, I'm almost out of breath from how epic that was. Whew. All right. Okay, so before I get on out of here, is there any last questions anyone wants me to answer? Anything you guys want to say before I get on out of here? I'm going to try to pay attention to the chat. Caesar Beltran says, nobody beats Jake Box. That's right. Jen No Fear says, Jake, where are you these days? Still in Vegas? I've never lived in Vegas. And so you must be thinking of Reno. I last year I stayed with the van. I stayed in Reno a little bit, but I live near Sacramento. So I'm in the Sacramento area right now, Sacramento, California. I've never lived in Vegas. I visit Vegas from time to time, but I've never lived there. But last year, when I was living in the van, I stayed in Reno a little bit. So maybe you're thinking of when I was in Reno, and you're thinking that was Vegas. I don't know. But no, I haven't been over there. It's cold over there in Reno. And so it's been really nice over here in California where I live. It's like 60, 65 degrees during the day and sunny. And so it's been really nice. This has been an extremely mild winter. Like I said, man, it's been sunny and nice over here. And if I go over to Reno, it's windy and cold. So I haven't went over there this year.
People wanting to smoke. I'm gonna smoke when I wrap up this stream here pretty quick. But I smoke outside now because people here at the office where I'm out are complaining about the smell. So people here at the office are complaining about the smell of the smoke, and so I have to go outside to smoke. So I apologize. I'll have to smoke on camera at a different time. It just won't be today. So I apologize. I'm gonna smoke once the stream ends. If you want to smoke now, feel free to smoke now. But here at the office, inside the office, I have to cool it. I was blowing up the office with too much smoke, and people were complaining. So for now, we'll have to cut that out. All right. Justin Manikai says, burnt toast covers the smell of anything. Man, if you got some top shelf good weed and you light it on fire, and people who don't smoke even get just a hint of that smell, they smell it automatically, man. And so if you think some burnt toast is going to cover up the smell of some thick chronic, man, that's just not going to happen. No, I just have to go smoke outside. And you know what? Sometimes it bogs down the stream for me to stop what I'm doing, smoke, and then, people can use that against me and say, I'm just a conspiracy theorist stoner who's getting high and shooting my mouth off. So I guess it would probably be better if I didn't, rip a bong after every 20, 30 minutes. So, but rest recommends that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Saul Rosenberg says that hat could probably give me a contact high. Good one. Javid Ben Cosme Ben Cosme says the link was a live flat earth debate 4 years ago. Frary, Weiss, Campanella, Nesbitt. I remember that. Wow, that's the link you dropped? Yeah, I saw that 4 years ago. Maybe not the whole stream, but I watched a chunk of that stream. I remember that. Yeah, that happened because I debunked the AE map. And so Jaron and Weiss brought on Lori Frary and Darren Nesbitt, and they had a rectangle Mercator map. And well, Frary had her square diamond shaped map. And they basically had Jaron and David Weiss. It was like AE map or nothing. And the crowd there that in the chat basically like threw, Lori Frary and Darren Nesbitt under the bus. And it was like they were not going to hear it about a rectangle map or a diamond map. They were there to support the AE maps. So that was mission accomplished for Jaron and David. And sadly, you don't hear from Lori Frary or Darren Nesbitt anymore. That's kind of what happens when you go against that map and you go against the shills. They'll shun you and bury you. Except for me, I'm a little too smart for that. They can't quite do that to me. Eric H says, where's Rusty? He made an appearance just a little while ago. Like 20, 30 minutes ago, Rusty made an appearance. You'll have to go back and watch it. Saul Rosenberg says, you down with ODD? Hell no, not me. Who's down with ODD? Underage ladies. Saul,
Sir, you are getting too funny. You're going to take my job. People are going to want to listen to you instead of me if you keep coming with that hilarity. You down with ODD? Hell no, not me. Who's down with ODD? Underage ladies? Ooh, good one, dude. That was hot. Of course, ODD, he got drunk and high and called me out and called out Richie from Boston in the same video. And he posted it on Facebook. He didn't post it on YouTube, but he posted it on Facebook. So, of course, I used it and made a video, and he's yet to respond to me. He has not responded to me since I called him out last. I was waiting for him to say something, but he hasn't said nothing. And it's like his channel got taken down and then put back up, and then taken down and put back up again. So I don't know if he's been taken out by the Chinese hackers or what. Javid with another donation says 4 years ago, 4 hours long. They said they want to do it again. Never happened. Do you do De Niro impressions? You've got. See, I haven't worked on De Niro lately, so it's like I can get the face in my head, but I haven't like worked on it lately. And I don't want to start like doing a bad De Niro impression. I'm gonna have to work on it. I'm gonna have to work on my De Niro. People talk about me looking like him so often, and I haven't worked on it. And so I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna write that down. Learn De Niro better, rather than do a shitty one right now because I don't have anything prepared. I'm gonna have to go back and watch some De Niro stuff and look at the nuances. I'm actually writing it down. Go back and learn De Niro a bit. See, since I'm an impressionist and a comedian, I often will write down little bits that I should do or want to do or whatever. De Niro learn bit. Okay, in the future, I'll definitely get a De Niro part down. Matt Geiger says, ODD was 17. The chick was like 30. Yeah, that's weird to be groping on like some older chick, dude, when you're 17 years old. It's weird. And it was a funny joke that Saul made regardless, okay? So it was a funny joke, bro. Caesar Beltran says Richie from Boston has a channel, off-road channel. He's in Moab in one video. Caesar Beltran says Jake wants a piece of Richie from Boston. Jake does the best Richie from Boston impression. Oh, I most definitely do the best Richie from Boston impression. I've been told that I do a better Richie than Richie himself. So I watched Richie today on BitChute. So on his BitChute channel, I saw him today, and he was in a garage in Virginia. I did the impression earlier, but for anyone who missed it, the most recent Richie from Boston video on BitChute pretty much goes like this. Hey, what's up? Richie from Boston here. I'm staying with a subscriber in Virginia. It's really cold. We're heading into February. It's the coldest month of the year. God, what else did he say? Then he was vaping. Oh, yeah, he said he was going to sell his truck. So he was vaping, and he was like, so I'm going to sell my truck. If you're interested in buying my truck, you can leave your information down below. But you know, in the kingdom of God, we don't get to take these things with us. And so I don't need to be worried about these possessions. We need to get rid of our possessions. The possessions don't matter when you go into the kingdom of God.
It was something like that. It was like he's selling his truck. Possessions don't matter. It's cold in a subscriber's house in Virginia. And see, the thing is, whenever I say anything about Richie that's even slightly negative, there's like this cult that follows him, that loves him, and they'll like show up like knights in shining armor and call you a shill. So people call me a shill for just doing that impression, and they stick up for Richie from Boston like he's some sort of savior. Like, what has the guy really done? Like, what does he do? He just drives around and just makes his videos. It's not like he leads the revolution. So he has these cult followers that treat him like he's Alex Jones on steroids. And so I don't know, man. I don't get it. I never understood like how he had subscribers here on YouTube, how he even has so many subs over on BitChute. It just blows my mind that many people want to listen to a blowhard like Richie. But I digress. Briscoe County Jr. says, do Schwarzenegger. So that's how it's gonna go now. I'm a clown to you. I'm just gonna do impressions for you. Just gonna do impressions for you now. You just say do Schwarzenegger. Now I gotta do Schwarzenegger for you. So I'm some kind of clown now for you. Some sort of little monkey clown now for you. There's little Joe Pesci, unexpected Joe Pesci. Little unexpected Joe Pesci. But since you want me to do Schwarzenegger, I'm gonna have to get into character. I have to get into character. If I'm going to do this Schwarzenegger for you, then let me tell you something. Before I tell you something, I need to get into character. I need to wash my hands. You need to be washing your hands all the time. All the time that you're washing your hands, so that you're not passing around the bacteria and just spreading the boogeyman disease. And if you just spread the boogeyman disease around with if you do not wash your hands, then it is like you're driving through a traffic light without stopping, and that you only care for yourself. No, hell no. You need to get pumped up. I want to pump you up. We all need to get pumped up with the chemical concoction. In fact, I have a chemical concoction right here, right now for you, and I want to pump you with this chemical concoction. If you just come over just a little closer, I will put this chemical into your arm, and then you will be protected from the boogeyman disease. You will have an extra layer of protection from the boogeyman disease. There is a boogeyman out there trying to get you, and you have to wash your hands all of the time to protect you from the boogeyman. But that is not enough protection. You need to get the chemical concoction, not just once, not just twice, not just 3 times. You need a quadruple pumping of the booster. A quadruple booster pumping is what you need to get an extra layer of protection so that you do not get terminated. If you want to be a Terminator and not get terminated, then you need not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 quadruple boosters. Thank you. All right. Saul Rosenberg says, one more donation for dropping that beat. Joe Pesci surfaces when you least expect. Yeah, I said I need some time to work on a De Niro impression, but then I just pulled Joe Pesci out of my ass. Go figure. How does that work? I don't know.
But if you really want the insider information, if you really want to know the truth,
Trump's coming back. Trump's coming back. I got the inside scoop. I know a guy who knows a guy who knows Q. And Q told a guy who knows me, Trump's coming back. You heard it here first, people. You heard it here first. He's coming back. Now, what does that mean for the globalists? Well, it means they better get their asses in gear. That's because when Trump comes back, we're collectively, we're going to take this earth back from the globalists, and we're going to eat their ass. We're going to eat the globalist ass on a silver platter. There you go. Little Alex Jones for you. Post Bill Hicks. The globalists. The globalists. I know it's a globe. They told me it's a globe. I say it's a globe. I definitely don't talk about it being flat. The globalists. They're gonna go to the Bohemian Grove. They're gonna eat each other's ass. One time I went to the Bohemian Grove and I peeked through the bushes and I saw them eating each other's ass. I wish I was there eating ass with the globalists right now. Globalist propaganda. All right.
Elmo wants to know if I can be on your show.
No, we don't allow puppets on our show. This is a serious show for adults.
Elmo wants to be on your show. Elmo will help you promote the vaccine.
No, Elmo, we don't need you on our show. You'll hurt the integrity of our show.
Elmo just wants to give you a little pookie.
Elmo, we don't have time for you giving little pookies. No. There's Alex Jones talking to Elmo. Justin Manikai says, any more Mitch Hedberg jokes? Besides the ones that Mitch already told? I haven't made up any new Mitch Hedberg jokes, but there are definitely Mitch Hedberg jokes out there that Mitch told. Tons of those. In fact, here on YouTube, if you type in Mitch Hedberg, you can find those jokes. What, you want me to do a Mitch Hedberg joke for you in the style of Mitch? Hi. One time I drank some boiling water because I wanted to whistle. Ha, that's ridiculous. There you go. One Mitch Hedberg joke just for you. All right, I'll give you one more Mitch Hedberg joke. I like escalators. I like escalators because they can't really break down. They can only become stairs. Like you'll never see an escalator sign that says temporarily out of order. Nah, it's just escalator, temporarily stairs. We're sorry for the convenience. There you go. Couple of Mitch Hedberg classics just for you. All right, now we also have a request for
Alex Stein on the ground, Primetime 99. Alex Stein, Primetime
$9.99 on the grind? You want to know what $9 Alex Stein grind does? Alex Stein grind on the $9.99. That's right. Going back sneaking the Lone Star State. Alex grind on $99. Alex Stein on the grind. Prime time $99. It's Alex Stein prime time $99 now. On the ground. $10.99. $10.99 grind. Stein on the grind $9.99. There you go. Little Alex Stein. Eric H says, "Do deep inside the rabbit's butthole." And that's why you want to get the app. Because if we know that the earth is flat and you want to hang out with other flat earthers, then you need to get the app. Because we know that the earth is flat, and that's what's most important. So if you want to hang out with other flat earthers, you need to download the app. Get the app. Just download the app, and then I can open up the camera and I can take a look at you. Wow. Don't listen to Jake. Jake's an infiltrated in the flat earth.
Hey guys, Jaron here. Just hanging out with David. Hanging out with Alex Stein. Kelsey quit the show because Jake the asshole made her cry because he's an asshole. Screw that guy. Jake the asshole made Kelsey cry because he hates women. He never gets any women. Guy sucks. So now Kelsey quit the show. Yeah. So now it's just me and Alex and David having a big sausage wiener show. But that's okay. We're still going to have a lot of fun. God, I'm getting all sorts of weird requests. Now, Shada Seb says, "Sing the Eric Dubé Look Like a Lady song." Eric Dubé, ooh, look like a lady. Eric Dubé, he looked like a lady. Eric Dubé, he looked like a lady. Eric Dubé, ooh, look like a lady. Yow! Cow, 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 cow. What? Cow, cow, cow. What? Cow. You know what I like about Steven Tyler is that he does these things with his voice that other singers don't do. And so it's like you specifically know you're listening to Steven Tyler. Like Wacka Cacka Cow. I never heard any other singer do Wacka Cacka Cows. That's like a Steven Tyler thing. And so I'm a professional singer. I've been paid to sing a shitload of gigs, and I've sang all sorts of different rock and roll songs. And Aerosmith, Steven Tyler, is the only one I can think of that does wacka cow, 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 wacka cow, wacka cow. It's like he's the only one that does the wacka cows. And so I was trying to think of like any other singer that does like something like that. And like I couldn't think of another singer that does wacka cow. But it did remind me of a singer during the nu metal era. You guys remember nu metal? There was a band called Disturbed. And the singer had this thing that he would do. He would go, blah, blah. And he would do this weird thing where he would be like, "I've been waiting my whole life for just one, blah. And all I wanted was just one, blah. In this fade that you don't give a blah. I felt myself stupefied, running back again. Why do you like hanging around with ma? Narrow scope of reality. And so like he was like this singer who would like have this deep, like kind of cool sounding voice, but then he would do something out of nowhere like so it was like get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. And you were like, what the heck is that noise? And so you don't see it that too much anymore, where a singer like invents this weird new thing, like a whack a cack a cow. And so I guess it would be cool if you were to take Aerosmith, Steven Tyler, and Disturbed's Dramian and stick them together and sex them together, and then you'd have a been waiting my whole life a whack a cack a cow. That'd be cool. I just sexed those guys together. All right. George says, how about Ozzy? You know what? I used to love Ozzy's stuff, but like Ozzy now is just like a joke. And it's like when he sings live now, it's kind of like, okay, Grandpa, here's your microphone. And he's like, nobody can hear these words. Nobody can understand me now. Back at the moon. Hey, yeah, back at the moon. So Ozzy back in the day had a really cool voice, and I loved the early Ozzy stuff. But new Ozzy stuff, now it's all just like Zakk Wylde pinch harmonics. And see, I used to love the old guitar player, Randy Rhoads. And so Randy Rhoads was a much better guitar player than Zakk Wylde. And so nowadays, when you listen to Ozzy, it's just like a bunch of Zakk Wylde pinch harmonic. Woo! Just pinch harmonic constantly. Nothing but pinch harmonic. And then Ozzy now is just a shell of himself. And the guy can barely move. He's like, are you guys ready to have a show tonight? Have a show? All right, then, let the show begin. We're gonna do Paranoid. Hey, rock and roll. All right. I didn't expect to do an Ozzy impression. Jen No Fear says, kind of a miracle that Ozzy's still alive. Yeah, kind of a miracle. You know, it's funny because some of the rock and rollers who lived the most like lavish lifestyle of debauchery and drugs and alcohol and all that stuff, some of those guys are the ones who are still alive, still looking pretty good. So like what the Rolling Stones, you know, those guys still alive and kicking. That blows my mind. Keith Richards still alive and kicking after all the drugs and shit that he's done.
finished with my woman, 'cause she couldn't help me with my mind. People think I'm insane because I am frowning all the time. Can you help me? I thought you were my friend. Oh, yeah. I need someone to show me the things in life that I can't find. I wish I had true happiness and something else. I must be blind. Mr. Crowley, what begun in your head? Well, Mr. Crowley, did you talk to the dead? Your lifestyle to me seems so tragic, and the thrill of it all. You fooled all those people with magic. Yeah, you waited on Satan's call. Got a request for Holy Diver. Rodney James Dio. That's tough. See, I don't know all the words. I just know like little bits and pieces. Holy Diver, you've been gone too long in the midnight sea. Oh, what's becoming of me? Gotta get away. Gotta get away. Holy Diver. So I know little bits and parts, but I don't know like all the words. Ride the tiger. You can see his stripes, but you know he's clean. Can't you see what I mean? Gotta get away. Gotta get away. Holy Diver. It's about the best I got for just a cappella off the top of my head. And then at the on the other side of the spectrum, there was the singer from Motley Crue, Vince Neil. He's like,
take a walk on the wild side. Take a walk on the wild side.
So like Vince Neil had this super high pitched voice, but then there's one tune where like he got it to come together and actually sound really good, like Home Sweet Home. When you listen to the recording, he actually like got that tune to come out sound real damn good. And so I actually will sing Home Sweet Home as a karaoke song. But when it comes to performing Vince Neil's become like a complete joke because he can't even perform his own songs anymore. So if you go look up footage of Vince Neil, he's this fat tub of lard just stumbling all over the stage going, it's like he can't even sing his own shit anymore. So he's become a complete embarrassment. But somewhere out there, somebody will still book fat ass Vince Neil and he'll roll out on stage without Motley Crue and do nothing but Motley Crue songs that he can't even perform anymore. So it's sad to see what happens to some of these rock and rollers, how far they fall down the ladder, to where now I feel like I can out-sing a lot of these guys. So a lot of these dudes I used to love, you know, and think that these guys are rock gods. It's like now I can sing a lot of their own songs better than they can. So sometimes when I go to a concert, I'm that guy down below singing the song louder and better than the dude up there. Spider-Man says, White Snake is on the radio constantly. That song follows me everywhere. Which one? Here I Go Again? Well, I don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. Hanging on the promises and the songs of yesterday. 'Cause I've made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time, 'cause here I go again. Here I go again. Though I keep searching for an answer, I never seem to find what I'm looking for. Lord, I pray to give me strength to carry on, 'cause I know what it means to walk along the lonely street of dreams. Everybody now, 'cause here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. 'Cause I made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time, 'cause here I go again. Here I go. All right, there you go. That's basically the entire song. Yeah, I've sang that one once or twice. Oh, Caesar Beltron says November Rain. Nothing going, didn't nothing coming, didn't nothing gonna let it go today. When you're walking away, living on the time, you can live it online. I can rest my head just knowing that you are mine, that you are mine. So if you want to love me, then darling, don't refrain. Might just end up walking in the cold November rain. Do you need some time on your own? Sometimes I need some time all alone. Ooh, don't you know you need some time on your own? Ooh, everybody needs some time all alone. Whoa. 'Cause I know it's hard to heal the broken heart when only friends seem out to harm you. But if you can heal the broken heart, then wouldn't time be out to charm you? Doing a little slash solo too. Sometimes I sing the guitar solo. All right. Dustin Thomas M says, I'm thinking you would dominate at karaoke. When I go to a karaoke spot, I dominate every single time and make everyone in the room stop what they're doing and pay attention. And a lot of times if I sing an upbeat song, people get up and start dancing. And so if I sing an upbeat song at a karaoke bar, people who are sitting will stand up and begin to dance. That generally happens. So if I was going to sign up for a song at the karaoke bar and I saw a bunch of old cougars, a bunch of good looking older women, and I want to make them get up and dance, well, then I would sign up for Play That Funky Music, White Boy, and it would be like, boom, 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 and I would be like, well, hey, let's do it, y'all. Oh, hey, once I was a boogie singer, playing in a rock and roll band. I never had no problems burning down no one-night stands. When everything around me, well, I got to stop a feeling so low. Well, I decided quickly to disco down and check out the show. When they were dancing and singing and moving to the grooving, and just when it hit me, somebody turned around and shouted, play that funky music, white boy. See, that right there will get the groove things shaken right there. That song right there has the ability to get many people of many different age groups up and dancing and cutting a rug. All right, Valerie Lane says David Lee Roth. All right! Ow! After that high-pitched squeal. Ow! Let me think of a good one. Well, I might as well jump. Well, go ahead and jump. Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the record machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Oh, can't you see what I mean? Well, I might as well jump. Oh, what else? What other David Lee Roth song? I know a few of them. God, now my mind is drawing a blank. Spider-Man says, do Ice Cream Man. Okay, well, I'm an ice cream man. Stop me when I'm passing by. You see, all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. Cause I'm your ice cream man. Stop me when I'm passing by. See, all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. That's about the best I got. That's like the only part of the song I know. Spider-Man says David Lee Roth was actually very athletic. He was. Back and watch his old performances, he screwed up. He'll be like, ow! Ah! And he'll be kicking and doing all these maneuvers. He'll be like, and then he'll totally be missing his chorus. So you'll see old Van Halen performances where Eddie's singing the chorus, waiting for Dave to jump back in and sing his part, and Dave's too busy doing all these kicks. And so if you go back and watch old Van Halen performances from the 80s, Dave screws up a lot of performances, like screws up bad. He'll just like come in and out at wrong parts of the song. He'll be like singing Hot for Teacher, and he'll be worried more about doing all of his kicks and stuff instead of performing the damn song correctly. And so there were times where like the vocals were real bad and people were like blown away by how he moved around on stage, so athletic and so awesome. But meanwhile, when you go back and rewatch now, some of those performances do not stand the test of time. Go back and watch some of those live Van Halen performances, and Lee Roth, he'll be all over the stage, but he'll also mess up key moments of like key songs. All right. Saul Rosenberg says, any Alice in Chains? Well, yeah, I know a shitload of Alice in Chains. Ain't found no way to kill me yet. Eyes burn with stinging sweat. Seems every path leads me to nowhere. Ooh. Here they come to snuff the rooster. Oh, yeah. Here comes a rooster. Yeah. You know he ain't gonna die. No, 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 no. You know he ain't gonna die. Walking tall machine gun man. They spit on me in my homeland. Oh yeah, send me pictures of my boy. All right, it's a little bit of Alice in Chains. Freddie Use's Nutshell. That one's we chase Miss Pretty Lies, and we face up at the time, and yet I fight this battle alone. No one to cry to, no place to call home. Ooh, all right. Jonna X with a donation says you could sing ELO Turn to Stone. Well, I know the chorus real well, but there's a ton of different lyrics in that song that I don't know super well, but I know the chorus. Like turn to stone when you were gone, I turned to stone. Boom, boom, boom. I turned to stone when you're coming home. I can't go wrong. Something like that. I wish I knew more of the song, but basically I just kind of know the chorus of that one. I'd have to learn it a little better. Because there's a lot of lyrics in the song that I don't know that well. But it's like, I turned to stone when you were gone. I turned to stone. I turned to stone when you're coming home. I can't go wrong. Something like that. That's about the best I got off the top of my head. You know what other ELO song I like is Evil Woman. Evil Woman. Evil Woman. Evil Woman. Evil woman, why you doing me wrong? Now you gonna play a different song. Cry, cry, woman, it's a crying shame. But you ain't got nobody else to blame. Hey, hey, evil woman. No, 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 no. That's a cool ELO song. All right. I didn't know I was going to end up singing all these songs here at the end. Spider-Man says, ELO, don't bring me down. Don't bring me down. on and got me running away. You got me crawling up to you every day. Don't bring me down. Oh, 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 oh. Woo-hoo. I'll tell you once more before I get off the floor. Don't bring me down. Don't bring me down. Bruce, don't bring me down. Bruce, don't bring me down. You're looking good just like a snake in the grass. One of these days you're gonna break the glass. Don't bring me down. No, 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 no. Woo-hoo. All right. Rose Bellman says, Trump impersonation, please, and chimes in with a donation. I did one earlier, but just for you and your donation, I will do another Trump impersonation.
Let me tell you something. You know who's trying to bring you down? I know who's trying to bring us down. The good people of the United States. We have a common enemy. You want me to let you know who the enemy is? China. Our enemy is China. Now, the good people of the United States, if you stand behind me and you vote for me in this next election, we'll make China pay. We'll make China pay for all of the smacks nations. All the smacks nations, we're going to make China pay for all of them. So if you're wondering where you're going to get your fifth booster, we're going to have China paying for the boosters. You Americans are not going to have to pay a single dime for these smaxinations. I'm going to find the finest smaxinations that money can buy, and you're not going to have to pay a single dime. China's going to pay the whole bill. Now, if you don't vote for me, of course, this is all going to be null and void. So, let me tell you something. You know what to do. You're going to want to vote for me and bring me back again.
There you go. That's the second Trump impression I did in this stream.
And let me tell you something. Before you go, I want you to hit like, and I want you to share, and I want you to subscribe. YouTube has been unsubbing my subs, all right? They don't want you to be subbed to the greatest president in the world, all right? And they've been unsubbing me, all right? They've been removing notification bells. So if you're not getting your notifications, you're going to want to turn on the little bell, okay? Let me tell you something. If you keep the little bell turned on, you're going to get the notifications, all right? You're going to be doing much better if you have the notifications on. And one last thing. You're fired.
All right, y'all. I am gonna shut this thing down. I've had a lot of fun. Had a lot of laughs. Read a lot of comments. Picked up some donations along the way from some awesome people. Thank you very much for all who donated. Jonna X, Rose Bellman, Saul Rosenberg. Who else? Let me give you one last shout out before I go. Oh, Jen No Fear. She donated as well earlier. All right, so I want to thank everyone for the donations and everyone who participated in chat and gave me song ideas, and anyone whose message I didn't read or I apologize. I can only get to so many, And so thank you guys for joining me here today. I'll try and fire up a stream maybe tomorrow. I'm going to try and do more streams more often, 4 or 5 times a week, hopefully. And so I want to thank you guys for joining me here today one last time. And until next time, this is Jake the Asshole saying bye.